Hey guys, this is CaptJacSparo, and welcome back. My face. Welcome back to my DW20 server. I'm just gonna call it server play. It's really not a co-op, as I don't have a second person helping me. We're kind of just coexisting on the server. Yeah. So let me show you what we've been doing. So far, in my base, I've done a lot. Now, keep in mind, this is a week, maybe a little less of gameplay in between now and then, since the last video. So, I don't exactly remember what we did in the last video, but obviously I got my applied energistic system up, and it's quite full. Is Quarry still going? Yep, quarries are still going. I made something I'd never seen before in Minecraft. I made a bouncy bed. It's awesome. I love it. That bed is made out of carpenter blocks. You make the carpenter's bed and imbue it with the slimes from that thing up there, and, well, you get a bouncy bed. Anyways, I've dabbled in some Twilight Forest bosses. Let's see, built a backup big reactor. I made a bathroom. Stop looking. Okay, enchanting room's done. I've been setting up some automation down here. Been playing around with the travel anchors, basement 1. Excuse me. These travel anchors are really awesome because you can literally, they require no power, no experience, just a theoretical line of sight, I guess, because there's anchors further over there that are out of reach, so there is a distance on it, but yeah, so you just jump on them and you go from floor to floor or up into the air. I've been playing with Chiseled. I haven't really done much in Thaumcraft and Mistcraft, which I'll be doing a little more lately. Oh, I automated these too. These are cool. If you automate these, if you want to automate these, the way that you do that is you set an autonomous activator up next to them, and they're just set to right-click, and they're right-clicking constantly, and then this vacuum hopper picks it up, extrudes the EXP berries as liquid EXP into this tank, and I've coded this tank to be white, blue, and I'll show you what I've been doing with those. And I already know, whoops, wrong button. I already know that I am going to need to be in, why am I hitting the wrong buttons? I've been playing with them in my mob farm, because as we know, liquid XP, well, you might not know, but liquid XP can be dropped. It can't be pumped, but it has to be dropped into excuse me again. It has to be dropped into a sewer. That's a sewer right there from Mine Factory Reloaded. And as they're dropped on that, the little XP bubbles through that little faucet, which has no lever on it, they're converted into mob essence, which looks a lot like if Slimer had no body from Ghostbusters. But then also I'm using it to create compost. So the compost is doing something a little different for us. The compost is, well, it's doing this over here, or I'm making more compost from this over here. I've went ahead and I've set up a literal automated farm here. My automated wheat farms over there produce wheat. The wheat comes over here, gets pumped into this breeder. The breeder breeds, pushes the babies over here. When they grow up, they get either ground up, which is currently off, or right here, they go through a slaughterhouse and it gives us pink slime. And I think, since I just said the words pink slime, or maybe you saw this, you know what's going on after this. Pink slime is really cool because you can get, I don't want to do it where my torches are, but pink slime is really cool because you can get your own little pink slime dude. What? Really? Where? There he is. And then you kill him, and he gives you pink slime balls, which, if you know what those are used for, you know what's in my basement. So, actually, it's in the powerhouse, so. But the other byproduct of that is liquid meat, as long as your pipe is not full. I need to put some more tanks on this. But, and then you can make Sunday and Lancy from, I believe, this mod pack in 1.64 did a meat castle out of these things, because you can turn these into meat blocks, or you could cook them and eat them. But at the same time, the rancher shears the sheep, milks the cows. I don't think they do anything to the bacon, but anyway, let's see what else. I haven't done anything with bees. I've been to the Twilight Forest. I'm ablaze. I don't want to do that. But the biggest thing I've done is I've got my big reactor to steam, and I've actually made it massive. I need to finish filling it with cryothium. As you guys know, that's a massive task in its own. But I finally balanced it out. It's working perfectly. 1800.3. It's 0.3 over the sweet spot that everybody that I've read on their posts and watched their videos on how to do this. Everybody says 1800 and 900 right in here. And right there it says 1800 and 900. But this is too small. And you guys are probably like, what are you talking about? Too small? That's massive. And that's massive to drive that. Now, it's too small because, well, if I flip this up to anything but 3500 RF per tick, it drains all 5 of these batteries. And it'll do it in less than a minute. Which is easily over, well, there's 60 million right there. Plus another 80. Plus another 20. That's 160 plus million RF in a minute. Yeah, so it can stay at its current speed. Now, what else have we done? Oh yeah, I wanted to show you this too. We're running at, look at the efficiency. It's jumping between 0.4 and 0 buckets a tick. So that's really good compared to without the cryothium, without the steam to power this. Not only would this drain at even that 3000 RF, but it would drain the buffer here, it would drain all these batteries at the same speed. Well, not at the same speed, but it would drain it. And it would render, well, that ME system useless. Hence why I built the second ME system, or the second big reactor in here, was because I wanted to make sure that that I could always power it up. And this is dedicated specifically to this. The efficiency is not high. I think it's at like 0.2. Yeah, pretty close to 0.2. But it's great in a pinch. I've got some backup Yellorium, and yeah, I got some backup Yellorium in there, so if I ever do have to power this thing up, I can. So that makes it really nice. I've also been dabbling in the heart canisters. I'm up to 16 heart canisters, so I'm pretty buff when it comes to that. I've maxed out my cleaver. It can one-shot an Enderman easily. Oh, because I don't have food. I need to eat. But I've been really just beautifying and playing, and why are you off? These are wireless lights, and they're supposed to be on. They're supposed to look like that. I'll fix that later. I started playing around in Industrial Craft, and maybe somebody can tell me what I'm doing wrong here. I can't figure this one out. But when we go and we look at Industrial Craft, and we want to make, oh, I think it's just an overclocker. And we want to make an overclocker, we need 10K coolant cells. Well, to get a 10K coolant cell, you need 10 plates. Whoop-de-doo, I can do those. I have those. But you need coolant cells. Okay, great. So you need a fluid transposer or a bottler. Great. I can do either one of those. I have a fluid transposer. But how do you get the coolant? There's no recipe for the coolant. You click on this, it goes back to that. What's the coolant's recipe? I can't figure it out, so I kind of gave up on Industrial Craft for now until I do some research and figure it out. But I've been playing with Chiseled in here. I'm liking the looks of this. Yeah, so that kind of takes care of this upper floor. And let's see. Down here, I've kind of automated some more stuff. Got some railcraft rolling machines. This was another thing that's not working. If we do tin, I don't understand this, because if you take 4 tin, just like you take 4 iron, there it is over there, you take 4 iron, I can't make a tin plate. And the recipe clearly says, right here, no, that's iron. Iron. Where's the tin plates? What? Really? I could have swore it said tin plates. Tin, iron, steel, tin. Yeah, see, right, it's right here. Do I have to there? I just saw. Where is it? That's forestry, railcraft, tinker's construct, industrial craft, forestry. Okay, so maybe I can't use thermal expansion or thermal foundation tin. Okay, well that means I might have a fix for that. What else have I done? I've really automated a lot of this. This thing never shuts off. These are hardened, so it's, I think, a tier 3. The next one is the tier 4 with the green booger bars thing. I don't remember what they're called, but as you can see, I am not shy on ores. And I've got backup furnace, blah blah blah, just tons of stuff going on here. I like this setup too. I just built this yesterday. For this building I built out here, this is going to be my new factory right here. And I'm going to move, well, I'm not going to move anything. I'm going to recreate, since I have so many components, I'm going to recreate this setup, but on a larger scale, probably consuming about a quarter of this or a third of this this factory. But yeah, so I took let's see, some cobblestone. I wonder if I need to, I don't want to empty my inventory. Well, the bucket can go away. Yeah, that works. Okay, so you go all in, all of you. It doesn't want to go. Okay, well, it's not being very nice to me. So we're going to fill the inventory with cobblestone. Sorry for all the clicking, but then we come over here for whatever we need. We just, well, we just dump it in there, and then as it goes through here, it turns it into stone. And then this item conduit has a filter on it, so it only pulls out stone, because I put sand and stuff like that in there to give me glass. And then this auto chisel's really awesome. It auto chisels it and puts it back in the ME system for me. I love that. It makes doing this the large buildings way easier. And like I said, we haven't done anything with Thaumcraft or Mistcraft recently, so we'll get to that soon. Excuse me, I have to clear my throat here. Okay, sorry about I had to cut my video there for a second and clear my throat. Now up here's a little different because I've been playing around with Cursed Earth. I did the ritual, I guess, a sacrificial ritual of a cow to an enchantment table in the middle of the night thing with the division sigil. And I got myself a bunch of Cursed Earth and a activated division sigil. But I filled this section with Cursed Earth. I'm going to have to move it as I've taken it out, but I'm going to have to move it because I came back from mining my quarries or something. I don't remember what I was doing, but all of my base was infested with cats. I had to go on a cat killing spree. Yeah. So anyway, so there's nothing in this but lights, so we're not even going to go in there. But like I said, we're going to be doing big reactors in there. Look at how big this thing is. I did this with a filler. So I cleared it out and I built it with a filler. So that's really cool. Now, let's see. I wonder why my map only shows this. Why I'm not seeing everybody else's. And where are all my waypoints? Did we have an update? I think we might have had an update. So I'm going to fly around, and if I can find somebody else's house, I will. I know Craft's down here. I will. I'll come back once I find it. So be right back. All right, I've stumbled upon Craft's creation. Take a look at this. This used to just be one of those solitudinal. I don't even know if that's a word. One of the villages that was just a normal village, and they've converted it massively. I know he's. I'm glad I changed to bat form. I know he's liking the steampunk kind of thing, so that's what his plan is here with this creation of a building. So looks really good. Looks like they got a bunch of stuff going on inside. They got their smeltery, and it's quite deep. But I think the game plan they're going is to keep the original structures, except a few, and just modify them. So, like, they've got different buildings for different things. I don't know what a house is. It's just a house. It's got all the books, all their stuffs. They're using the travel anchors too, which is cool. But they've got a whole bunch of stuff. They've been to the Twilight Forest, I can see. Cool. Let's have a look in here. This is the thing that interests me the most. Now, I'm pretty sure they did all this by hand. So, like, I use a... Oh, they're collecting spawners. Cool. I use why can't I think? I use a filler. They're doing all this by hand. Which is why theirs looks a little more designed than mine does. A piece of conduit no, it's on the drying rack. I'm like, is that a piece of conduit coming out of the wall? Their ME system is currently off, which means they're out of power. Huh. Why are they building oh, because it's rubber. Okay. It's got a big reactor going. Looks like he runs it manually. Oh, I see why that piece is there. Because he's disconnected it. Okay. Well, if it works, it works. Let's see what we've got in here. Oh, I wonder why that's there. Mobs can't see through glass. Okay. Oh, he's making some compressed cobblestone. I think he likes the like of the look of those. I think he likes the look of those. So, what's he got going on upstairs? Oh, that's cool. What is that? Must be a chiseled glass. Yep, chiseled too. Looks like they got a lot of room going on here. So, wonder what else they got. A hole in the roof. You got a hole in your roof. That's cool. I like the way that turned out. This whole thing looks pretty cool. Got a windmill going and a whole bunch of fun stuff going on here. Now, I'm not going to spend the time trying to find everybody's house on this map. I'm going to wait for them to log on, recreate my waypoints, because I believe either Journey Map has updated or Feed the Beast is updated, and I've lost. That's a big portal, and I've lost my waypoints. So I want to get those recreated before I spend too much time looking for those. So anyway, guys, with that said, I will make my way back to my base. But as we fly the wrong direction, I want to remind you guys that if you guys like what I'm doing here, if you guys like the way these videos turn out, hit that like button. And if you guys are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and you will get the notifications for all of the what is that? Oh, this is from the Blaze mod thing. It's the different blisses or blazes that are having problems rendering. Anyway, you'll get the updated notifications when I release videos like this one. So, with that said, I will meet you guys back at my base. Okay, we're back. Take a look at that building. That building is massive. I gotta start putting stuff in it. Well, guys, if you guys want to see anything specific, how I did something, or... Oh, yeah, I got into Botania, too. Just dabbling in it and playing around with it. I got a lot of mana in there, because, well, this thing stopped working. I'm assuming it can't take any more mana. This is on. Yeah, it's not taking any more mana, so I'm assuming that kind of a system is either maxed out or the plants are worn out or something. But anyway, if you guys want to see something specific, how I've done something, just hit me up in the comment section below, and I'll try and answer your guys' question. But with that said, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode, and well, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!